Welcome to the Bird Gang Nation Sports Media Show, repping the greatest team of all time. Let's go! Bird Gang 31, he be the host with the most. We going deep, burning teams. They ain't nothing but toast. It's Senior Estes. Sirianni put me in coach, running like Miles Sanders till I bumped my head on the post. Touchdown! Yeah, that's coming. Devontae's crazy route running. Jalen Hurts and them throwing lasers. The Rager Young gunning. Come on! On the D side, we ride, sack him with Fletcher, lay him out on the stretcher. No one can protect you. Watch Darius lay him, shutting down your routes. Come on! In my green John, eating Philly cheesesteaks. Put up your cups, wings up, if you can relate. Tailgating at the link like Gangsta Stride. To the Bird Gang Nation, that's worldwide. On Sundays, catch the pre and post game. Mondays is Birds on Broad Street with Philly Notion and Cool Cat, the man in motion. And Wednesdays, the midweek special got you open with JC from Eagles Talk, hitting like B-Dog, baby.
Oh, shit. Hold on, we got some difficulties here. What the heck's going on here? 1 second.
No doubt, no doubt. Oh.
There we go, there we go. Welcome to another episode of Bird Gang Nation Sports Talk. I'm your host, Bird Gang 31. And I got my boy Law Nation in the building. How you doing today, my guy?
Man, all is well, man. That was a interesting intro there, you know.
You like it, don't you? You like it. I see
you like
over
that?
there, Drew. Remember you did that?
Hey, man. It was good. It was good. It was good for you, man. It's good for you, man. It had the intro. I saw Fletcher Clocks, climbing down. Brian Dawkins. You kind of resemble Brian Dawkins a little bit. I get it. It's for you, though.
I have to mix it up, man. I like it. You know what I'm saying? It's a little long, but I definitely like it. It was a good first intro. For me. So. How you been, man? It's been a while. Last time we played, I was on your channel, man.
Right.
How things been going over there in the Jerry's world?
Well, Jerry Jones is still selling optimism, and we purchasing it, So we're 11-5 right now. We got a scrimmage game coming up this Saturday, right? And
right, that's what I'm saying. It's a scrimmage game for you guys. What happened with it, man? I thought you guys were gonna lock in that first place, man. I thought you guys were saying that was gonna be you guys' spot. Or at least, what are you guys planning for this week? It can be either the second, third, or fourth, depending on who wins.
It got to be a lot of stuff for it to be the Cowboys getting the second seed or anything. So I think that it's going to fall the way it is right now. Cowboys being the fourth seed. I think that the Cowboys are going to face the Arizona Cardinals again. And we're going to have to pull some stuff out of the hat, as it relates to a magical rat trick. You know what I'm saying? A hat trick, I meant to say. So we're going to have to do something, fam. Yeah.
Who do you guys want? Who do you want you guys to play first round? Like, who will be your number one team, you'll be happy with playing first round?
Well, everyone, any team. Getting to the dance is the first thing. I can't stand the 49ers, and I know that we ain't going to play them. I can't stand the Rams, nor I can't stand the Bucks. So, now I can't stand the Cards. So it's time for us to play the Cards, and that's the situation. So it's going to be probably Cowboys versus Cards. We spank up on the Cards, and then I guess we'll play right into either the Rams or the Bucks, and then we go into however the seeding go from there. Then we go to the Packers. I think that's how it goes. We beat the whoever, and then we go to the Packers. I think that's how it goes. However it goes.
So you think if you guys do play the Cards again, you definitely be able to handle business on them?
Well, as long as we don't have the same aficionado crew. I'm not using them as the scapegoat, but I think that the course of action to play Kyler Murray will be, don't be scared. Go ahead and attack them. I think that that's how the Rams played them. They didn't sit back in zone. They just continue to put the pressure on them, and they came out above. So I think the Cowboys understood that philosophy in the late third and fourth quarter, but it was just too late at that point.
Mm-hmm. Well, how would you assess you guys' offensive play? Because we know you guys got two, defensive MVP candidates over there, and Parsons and Diggs, right? So the defense definitely been handling your business. But I felt like since, Dak's been back,
right,
from that last injury, he hasn't been really the same anymore. And that offense hasn't been as explosive as it was earlier in the season. Do you see it the same way, or how do you see that one?
Well, I don't know if you heard of the news. Parsons is not playing this weekend. He got
I figured that.
He got the C-19. Yeah, he got the C-19. Mm-hmm. And as far as Diggs, he's been the defensive back MVP for our team, but he's not the MVP of our team. I think Diggs is a wonderful DB. But that award, if we're giving out team awards, that will belong only to Parsons. I think Parsons will be that guy that holds all of that as it relates to most valuable player. But he's out for this game coming up.
Nice. So you didn't answer the part about your offense, though.
Offense. Who's the MVP for our offense?
No, not the MVP. Do you think the offense has taken a step back since Dak's been hurt? Or since he came back from that injury? Because I feel like if you really look at the last maybe 5 games in terms of offensively, I think Dak had really one really good game. And then other than that, it seems like I won't blame it all on Dak, because you guys obviously, there's some missed passes going on there. There's just been a little bit of, this and that. It seemed like your offense hasn't been as explosive as it was earlier in the season.
Dak Prescott, he have not been explosive as it relates to coming back from that calf injury, and he's been second guessing and double guessing. For anybody who understand injuries and things like that, sometimes you play too cautious, and I count for both of those things as it relates to a mental mindset as well as the musical chairs with the front five. The day that Dak Prescott came back was also the announcement for La'el Collins to come back. And what the Cowboys did was they pulled Terrence Steele out of right tackle positioning, and they flexed him to the left side. And ever since then, it just seems as if though the continuity been off a little bit. And now that we see the original 5 like they had during training camp back out there on the field, we just don't see that flow like we wanted. And that's with Tyron Smith, that's with Connor Williams, that's with Tyler Biotish, and of course, that's Zach Martin and La'el Collins. People banged on the table and said they wanted that. But regardless of how you look at this football in general, no one can excuse or dismiss or look over or overlook Terrence Steele growth. He grew. He's athletic. You saw against the Washington football team, or the Washington Commanders now. I think that's their new name. You saw that he was able to catch a touchdown pass. That's showing that he's athletic. I think that the Cowboys need to put him back into this lineup as it relates to their front 5.
I see you guys trying to pull out the card like the Eagles. We had Lane Johnson catch a touchdown. You trying to get your big boy out there catching touchdowns, man. Look at you. Hey, it's all good, man. The Eagles are a very impressive team now. We are leading the league in rushing, and we got a top, 10, 15 defense right now. So, we're looking pretty good heading to this playoffs. Well, did you want to see this actually be like a real game? Because I don't know about you, because I still want to win week 10. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get swept by you guys, regardless of what the situation is. You guys handed us a nice whooping down there in Jerry's World, and I think we need to pay back. Pay that forward to you guys. But with us not starting some key players this week, man, it'd be hard to beat you guys, especially if you guys are starting it. So what's the real deal with that? Is Jerry just saying that, meaning he's going to start the starters and maybe around the first quarter, first couple of drives, pull them, or you think Jerry's going to keep these boys in playing the whole game?
Well, the city of Dallas or the state of Texas, basically, when the Cowboys winning, the whole attitude and the atmosphere changes. The people mindset changes. And I bumped into somebody earlier today when I was doing a business meeting, and I said, you a Cowboys fan? He said, nah, I'm not a Cowboys fan. I really don't like football in general, but I love it when the Cowboys win. And I asked why. He said the people are nicer. People are nicer. People open up their wallets and they spend big money out here in Texas. And he said,
they do for the Cowboys.
Yeah, not just for the Cowboys. He had a whole another business, but he was saying just in general. When the Cowboys winning, everybody eats. And I believe that that's Jerry Jones' mentality too. We play to win the game because I know when we win, everybody eats, everyone. And the whole city changed. Even police pull you over and say, yeah, y'all won, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? even the authorities give you an extra leanway,
Yeah, man, that's tight, man.
Yeah.
That's why I want to move to Philadelphia, check it out there. See how it is out there in Philadelphia, be around those crazy fans for a year. Or a year or two. I don't like the cold weather like that. I'm a Cali boy myself.
Where you at now?
Huh?
Where you at now?
I'm in Bama.
You in Alabama? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I thought you was all that Eagle stuff. I thought you was in Philly somewhere.
And I'm from Cali, so moved to Alabama probably like 5 years ago. Got a house, but we're really thinking about. I just started this thing a little while ago, like 7 months ago. So now I'm really looking to probably build on it and move down to Philly next season, or at least get me in a situation where all the home games I can go down there for 4 days, watch the game, be able to go to the local pubs and, interview people and whatnot, and do things like that. Just a lot of more fandom, to bring a lot more fandom to the channel this next upcoming year. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, but if you was a Cowboy fan, it don't matter what state you in. You always in Cowboys land, by the way.
Hey, I was in California, one of the only Eagle fans. All my friends in California, they're Niner fans, they're Raider fans, there's Charger fans, or Cowboy fans.
Yeah.
All of them. I didn't have one Eagles fan with me.
Well, how did you become one of those Eagles fans? You use in the beautiful state of California. How in the world?
One was just because they're always pushing those Cali teams on you, growing up. And then I didn't really watch pro football for a long time, It took me to at least 14 or somewhere around there, before I actually got into really liking pro football. I was a college football guy. I'm a huge USC guy.
Okay.
I love my Trojans. And I like watching college. I watched Peyton and Brady and McNabb and Vic, all those guys when they're in college, all the years they played college ball. And the college game seemed a lot more faster for me, as opposed to back in those days, they were just running the ball. It wasn't very, it wasn't too explosive. So I was like, they didn't have that many, black quarterbacks running around doing it like in college. So it's just like a point where my dad pulled me aside. He's like, why don't you watch pro football? And I was like, it's too slow for me. I like the college game. It's better. And he was like, watch this team. And it was the Eagles. I think the Eagles were playing the Cowboys that game. It was Randall Cunningham, I remember. It was Randall Cunningham against the Cowboys. And, man, he was running around, doing his thing. The defense was awesome. They were laying hits. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I watched that game. I was like, oh, I can mess with the Eagles. And then I still wasn't 100% sold, but I watched a couple more games that season. And then the next year I just went into it and said, forget it, I'll be an Eagles fan. And I went on from there.
You a Cunningham follower. Okay. I give you that. I know a lot of people of our hue is fans of Doug Williams, and they said, okay, since he played for Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they followed Tampa Bay, and then he went to the Washington football team. So I get it.
I get it. It was Cunningham. You know, we do have the same first name. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, okay, Cunningham.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? This guy's good. You know, but it really was the defense, man. Like, I loved defense back in that day. You know, like they were laying Hicks, and like I said, he was explosive as a quarterback. And putting those two things together, man, I just had to keep watching them, man. I kept watching them over the years, and you know, we had our really down years since then. You know, I had to wait to what 33 before I watched, or like no, not even 33. 30 what? We just won 4 years ago, so 36. You know, before I even see him win a championship. So you know how long that's been to watch your team fight and fight and fight. But you know, that's one thing about the Birds. We fight. You know, we're never really all the way out of it. You know, we're never really all the way into it until we're into it. So,
Oh, no doubt, no doubt, man.
how'd you become a Cowboys fan?
Oh man,
Were you just born and raised in Texas?
No,
That was just a team.
no, I was Mississippi, man. Shoot, I'm from
You
Mississippi.
Mississippi boy?
Yeah, Mississippi. You can't hear the Mississippi swag over here. We swag and surf over here. No.
Is that where you at now?
No, I'm in Texas right now. I'm in Dallas,
Okay.
man. So, I grew up. Everson Walls was my first, player that I laid eyes on wearing that 2-4, and I just fell in love with the Cowboys ever since, and I never folded out of that. So thank Everson for having his wonderful career. He's the reason why I'm a Cowboy fan. And when he went over to the Giants, that crushed me. But it's bittersweet because even since then, Cowboys won 3 Super Bowls in my lifetime, and I got a chance to witness all 3 of them. But it's time for me to see another one. You know what I'm saying?
Right, it's been a while.
It's been a minute.
Well, you go dust off some of them old rings.
Yeah, dust
You
them
know what I'm
off.
saying? We got the new ones though. If you want to check them out, you know, the Eagle got the new ring.
You got the new one. You don't say the new ones. Don't put S on the end of that.
The new one.
You got the
We
new
got the
one.
new one, the newest one. Okay, we got different color diamonds on ours.
Oh, okay. No, nobody want no green diamond, man. Get out of here, man. Hey. So were you the guy that was eating horse droppings? I heard somebody was eating horse droppings over there because y'all won a Super Bowl. But congratulations, man.
That's a little bit more than a fan. That's a little more than a fan.
That's too much of a fan, right?
I'm a fan. I ain't that passionate.
just joking with you though, but shout out to you, man. I never knew you were from Bama. Well, you live in Bama now, so shout out to you, man.
I'm Calabamian.
Calabamian.
You know, my dad was from Alabama. Like he lived here. You know, after 5-6 years, he went back and forth to Alabama, but he mostly lived here in Alabama. I'm from LA, so my mom's from LA. You know, we grew up there, so I'm Calabamian. I probably spent about a good 15 years now here, off and on, different times. So it's cool.
Well, let's talk about your Bama boy then. He OU guy. So, Jalen Hurts, what you thinking?
Jalen's that dude. You know what I'm saying? He's that dude. That's all I can say about him. Like, everybody doubted him coming into – but actually, it was weird because everybody was high on him after what he did last year. But coming into the season, everybody started getting down on him. And I was just like, why are you guys down on him? This guy's a winner. Like, I think people just put too much expectations on his passing game. Like, he's young, 23. He's been switching coordinators for the last 5 years. So it's like, different systems. Jalen's never really been the guy that's going to, you looked at and thought, oh, this guy's going to, I think he put up 4,000 passing yards, but he has CeeDee Lamb and whatnot. But in the pros, I never expected him to be that guy that's just start out being 4,000 yards passing. Like, he's a dual threat quarterback. He's athletic, he's strong, he can handle the pound on his body at the young age. And I think you got to put all the stats together when it comes to Jalen. I think people get too, concerned about just his passing stats. And that's been improving as the season went on. But, I think Jalen's that dude. Like, he's over 4,000 total yards. He's close to 30 touchdowns. For your first year with a first-year coach who didn't know what he was doing the first 6 games of the season. Defensive coordinator still trying to figure out how to, run a defense with so many veterans on it. I think Jalen's definitely done more than his job. And we're sitting at 9 wins at the end of this season, and nobody had us pegged to have that many wins. So, I know he earned another year for sure. Eagles shouldn't be looking at no quarterbacks this offseason. He got a Pro Bowl alternate voting in there. It's not the Pro Bowl guy, but he's an alternate, so that's something good, that he can hang his hat up on for his first year starting in the year. In the NFL. So hopefully it gets better, It only can go up from here, I see. And next year being in the same system, pick it up, maybe go out there and get us a veteran receiver next year because we had a lot of drops this year too. We wouldn't even be questioning his passing arm if a lot of these balls weren't dropped or receivers were not running the right routes, run out of bounds and whatnot like that. You'd be looking at 30 touchdowns, over 30 touchdowns, closer to 4,000 yards right now. But can't count things that didn't happen. So for what he's done, I think he's done a great job out there on that field, and I look for him to continue to grow as a young quarterback in this league.
Well, I thought you guys were satisfied with Jalen Rager and what's the guy from Bama, Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith.
Yeah, Devontae Smith. I thought you guys were satisfied.
Now the Slim Reaper, yeah, he's done a good job. His first year. I think he got like 30 yards or something to break Deshaun Jackson's rookie record for the Eagles. So, I kind of want him to play a little bit next week just to see him break it. That'd be cool. But if he doesn't, that's fine too. You got to keep him healthy for the playoffs. He's good. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like we need a 1B to his 1A. You know what I'm saying? If you look at most good passing teams out there, most of the top flight quarterbacks out there, even if you guys got Dak, look at your receivers. You got Coop, you got Lamb, you got Gallup. Those are three, first stream receivers over there. You know what I'm saying? Either one of those guys can go to another team in the NFL and start. You know what I'm saying? Like they're good receivers over there. So those are some really good weapons. You got Tom Brady who had Galloway, Evans, and Brown. You go to Arizona with Kyler Murray. He got Hopkins, AJ Green, Kirk, Moore. You can keep going on the list. He got a couple of receivers out there. So it's like it's not only the quarterback skill. You got to have skill, receivers that can actually make your quarterback look better. Like people always get the misconception that every throw from these elite quarterbacks are all perfect dime throws. A lot of them, the receiver adjusts and makes the play for their quarterback. That's what make them elite receivers. You know what I'm saying? And that was make the pairing that much better. So when you got a guy that's gonna get anything in his facility whenever you're throwing the ball to him, then that's gonna definitely help out your stats a lot more. As opposed to, we got young guys. All these guys are Devontae's first year. Quez and Rager, both second-year players, They haven't mastered anything yet. They got speed, they got agility. But in terms of being in the NFL, it comes out a little bit more than that's mental. It's being able to run crisp routes, be able to run every route in the route tree, and, being able to catch every ball that's thrown to you. The Eagles, this is not the first year. The Eagles, this has been going on since we had Deshaun Jackson and Macklin together. The Eagles have receivers that drop a lot of passes, and like I think that when you're a receiver, that's your number one job is to catch, and anything else comes along with that. Like if you're a good run blocker, or if you're a good, whatever, that's just extra to your game. And like everybody needs to focus on just making sure you make the catch, man. Like I said, a lot of these balls, man, we could have won some games if we would have had the balls caught. Like there's a lot of things that go into it. Like, and I think Jalen Hurts needs him a veteran receiver, that can go out there and, handle business, a big physical veteran receiver. Like obviously everybody's top of the wish list would be a guy like Adams from Green Bay if he decides to leave. Like we had a guy like Adams pull some coverage off Devontae, it'll open up for Devontae and Dallas Goedert in that middle. Because even Dallas Goedert, this is his first year starting as a starting tight end in the NFL. Like he still got some stuff to work on too. So until you have these veteran receivers in there that you can rely on down in, down out, it's gonna be a little bit of challenge for Jalen to have the success that we expect him to have.
Well, so you believe if your receivers were a little bit better, that your record will be better than 9-7. That's for what I got from all that you was talking, right?
I won't just say the receivers. Like a lot goes in. I feel like if we ran the ball the first 6 games, our record would be better than 9-7. A lot of those games were close, and if we ran the ball, kept the offense off the field, we could have won a lot of those games earlier in the season. You can't pass to set up the pass, and that's what we did for 6 straight games. It was bad coaching. Everybody knew that. That's why everybody wanted Nick out of the building. We had the whole stadium chanting, "Run the ball." You shouldn't have that happening if you're a head coach in the NFL. But you see, since he has started running the ball, the wins definitely have been coming up.
Yeah, because you guys are 7th ranked in offense and 14th ranked in defense. I said this earlier in my morning talk to my Cowboys people. I appreciate everybody that's watching on the Cowboys side.
I stopped by there.
You stopped by there, and I appreciate you for leaving a token of appreciation for the donation to help elevate the nation. I appreciate you, man. All of your stats, 8th ranked overall as it relates to a collective unit. You guys are better than the Arizona Cardinals as it relates to defensive stats as well as offense. Arizona Cardinals were ranked 15th in the offense. You guys are ranked 7th. The Arizona Cardinals defense was ranked 16th. You guys are ranked 14th. So it's like splitting hairs here and there, but I will have to see what your defense is going to do this Saturday. But then again, like you said, and like I lamented too, this is a scrimmage game, so we really can't gauge off of this game. So I was like, I wish that the game meant a little bit more so I can give you some real fire about this conversation. Dallas Cowboys versus the Philadelphia Eagles. I wish that winner goes to the playoff game and loser stay at the house. But in this situation, they've been hating. And I have to join and merge the NFC East together. They've been hating on the NFC East all this year. And come to find out that we are probably one of the better teams in the NFC. Come to my division, I meant to say. So it's wonderful. You know what I'm saying? It's wonderful coming to this point. Now, first round, you guys going into the playoff or what have you, your first placement of team that you have to play, I believe, is the LA Rams. Now that's something that's something that you guys are gonna have to really, really, really dial back because they're the number 1 defense in the National Football League, and nobody shuts down and stops the run as good as them. And then they got this DB by the name of Jalen. He ain't no one to sneeze at.
But actually, that teams this year have been running on the Rams. They have the number 1 defense, but if you look at the Niner game, there was a couple more games out there. I think I've seen in the stats.
Do you think that
they rush on it? I think they're more of a finesse team to me. You know what I'm saying? I think that if they played like you guys, it'd probably be more of a situation because you guys more passing than running. And even though you guys can do both, you know what I'm saying? I think that'd be different. But I think with our ground and pound game that we got going on, keeping Stafford off the field, so you got lack of explosive plays there, and just pounding that rock. Our offensive line is big and nasty, man. Like I keep telling people, like when you got that number 1 offensive line like that, they might not be overall in the NFL number 1, but we definitely know they're top 5 in terms of like overall rating. Like these guys are big monsters. They run the ball. That's what controls our offense. And when you got these big monsters, who cares who's on that defensive line and linebacker? These guys move, man. You should know that more than anybody. Like the Cowboys back in the 90s, I refrain to, like when they had Emmitt Smith running through holes the size of a bus. It didn't matter what defense y'all played then. The run game was still there. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys still ran on everybody because you had big monsters up there up front. It's hard for 270-pound man to try to move 350-pound man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just hard.
Let me ask you this though. So I know you got a lot of optimism, Dan. You feeling good. You guys on a 4-game.
I had it back in the first game.
I know you kept the same energy and that's and that was good. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we talked the week of the Dallas Cowboys versus the Eagles. All right. So with your optimism, who were the last 4 teams that you played?
Well, we had Washington twice, Giants and Jets, I think.
So is that inflated optimism, or you really think?
I'm not dogging. I'm not dogging
the strength of schedule.
Regardless, because if you wanted to play that game, we could talk about you guys losing to the Broncos. Did you guys lose to the Saints?
No, we beat the Saints though.
We lost. I know you guys. We played 2 teams that you guys lost to, and we beat them, and we beat them bad.
I know.
We destroyed them. So it's like in terms of playing that game, it is what it is. Like everybody knew when the schedule came out that this was going to be a weak part of the schedule, and we just handled business. And it's not like we barely beat these teams; we beat the brakes off them. You know what I'm saying? Like, except for the last game against Washington, but the first game against Washington was a beatdown. You know, the second game against the Giants was a beatdown, and the Jets, you know, we beat them down. So it's like it's not like we scored over 30 points like 6 times this year. Like that's pretty impressive for us. You know, a supposedly rebuilding team.
You guys pulled off on the Giants, but I watched that first and second quarter. I was like, the Giants had you by the short hairs too, though.
It's just when the better team starts playing, you know what I'm saying? Things start to roll, my guy. You should know about that.
I know.
You know, everybody knew we should have beat the brakes off in the first game. They got lucky that we had 3 touchdowns dropped that second half of that game. Like, I feel like we should have swept the Giants too. I said in the beginning of the season we're going to sweep the Giants and we're going to sweep the Washington football team, you know, and split with you guys. And that first game, I feel like we really should have won that game. That was our game to win. Our offense, we just lost it. We lost it ourselves. Like, the Giants didn't beat us that first game, and that's why we did our damage the second game. It looked a lot more impressive because they should never have won that first one. And then the Washington football team, you know, they did better this time around, but they had, you know, I feel like we're just a better team than both of them, and I'm happy we got to get that broom out on one of the team in the division this year.
Yeah. Hold on right quick. Let me see this. Okay. Wait.
And then, like I said, the beginning of the season, think of all the good teams that we were right there in the game with. You know, early in the season, the Niners game we should have won. Like, all those games, Tampa Bay, like, all those games we could have won. The Chargers, we could have won all these games and we didn't, you know, hurt ourselves. Bad penalties, you know, things that were self-inflicted as opposed to, you know, handling your business and, you know, not having turnovers in crucial times, not having penalties in crucial time. Like, you know, that there were things that I feel like our record right now, we could be just having the same record as you guys right now going into the game. We don't.
So you have a feeling that you should be 11-5 right now, right?
Yeah.
You have a feeling?
Yeah. Okay. You know, but we can't. We're not. We're 9-7.
9-7.
You know, I still hope that even our backups can go in there and squeak out a win against you guys. Now, how would you feel? You guys start your starters and we have our backups in and you guys still lose. Like, would that put all hope aside? Would you think the season's over?
I think that a third of the Cowboys' hope is already shattered. You know, even at 11-5, all this year it felt like we were 5-11. But I'm still positive about my team, even though you know, Dak Prescott is not hitting his numbers like he used to, and Kellen Moore looks like he's not presenting the plays like we are accustomed. But it goes back to what I was telling a third of Cowboy Nation and everybody that was listening. The game is won and lost down in the trenches, and that's what you just lamented, right?
Yeah.
You get those big boys up front, you ground and pound, right? Believe it or not, I'm a little jealous, believe it or not, because now is he going to play this weekend or are they going to rest him still?
Who?
Sanders, because I know he broke his hand.
Oh, Sanders not playing to the playoffs.
To the playoffs. Okay, that's wise. That's a wise move. So he's averaging 5.5 yards per rush, right? He's leading the league in average per rush. We got the exact same guy on our team that one can argue with more attempts, it could be better. Tony Pollard is averaging 5.5 yards per rush too, but he's been locked down, not by the opposing team's defense, but by a guy that carries the clipboard named Kellen Moore or somebody else, not the name of Mike McCarthy. They just don't give him the snaps. They don't give him the reps. And I'm not trying to say that Tony Pollard is better than Ezekiel Elliott, but the production and the numbers on the field streams that, hey, this guy can give you 5.5 yards per rush. And what believe, what happened was good that happened for your team is that y'all went back to the philosophy of just going back and running the ball with that front five that you guys got. And remember, way back in 2017 when you won the championship, it wasn't fly, Eagles, fly. It was run, Eagles, run by committee, and the scheme was set up such that, hey, your quarterback just only had to do the minimum, and y'all can win the game. Y'all came in there with a three-headed monster, right? Who was the three running backs? Quiz time.
LeGarrette Blount. We had Clement, and then we had Ajayi.
And y'all ran, man. Y'all ran. And the who y'all played? The Patriots, right? Didn't have no answers. They was like, God dog, they keep on running, and that opened up everything for the play action. And I hate to say this live for everybody, but that opened up Philly what? Special.
Philly special.
That opened up Philly special, and that's just good old classic football. Why? Because in December, in January, the world, Mother Nature, she start blowing. It get cold, and you play defense, right? I play defense, and one thing that you don't want to do is consistently hit something when you're cold, and you get down there again and hit something. Those licks takes pain, baby. So when you got boards that's pulling, when you got guards that's going up against a 195-pound DB or a linebacker that's 230 pounds, he get tired because you got 310 pounds, 330 pounds coming at you. So that philosophy of running, and I looked at the stat line, I said, oh my goodness, the Philadelphia Eagles are the number one rushing team in the National Football League, and also they moved all the way down to the 14th ranked defense. Damn, they better collectively as it relates to stat-wise than the team we just faced, the Arizona Cardinals. But we'll find out, though. We'll find out
and imagine
what you guys
if we ran the ball those first 6 weeks.
No, because it was warm.
You know, like,
it was warm then.
There was games,
it wasn't cold.
We only ran the ball 2 times in the whole game. You know what I'm saying? So imagine that. How you went from week 7 to week 17 and became the number one rushing team in the league. And we've been the number one rushing team for like a couple weeks now. So it's like, you know, we're putting up 200 yards. That was unheard of. You know, 5 straight games with over 250 yards rushing. Like, that's craziness, you know. But that's what wins footballs late in the season. You know, that's what wins football games, is being able to pound that rock. You know, you can be as flashy as you want throwing the ball. You know, I hate how everybody always believes that just because this is becoming a passing league, they're setting up, you know, certain rules in the league to help protect the quarterback, to help protect the receivers, that means that everybody needs to jump ship and change their football team into a passing football team. And when the running backs, man, like I play running back, so I love seeing a good running back out there. My favorite's Barry. You know what I'm saying? I like someone that's going to go in there and put on a show, you know, running that rock. So, you know, I think that the Eagles are smart. You know, Nick Sirianni got smart and realized that you got 3 good running backs on your roster. Use them. You know, like, use them like crazy. It sucks that Miles got hurt, but hopefully he's healthy for the playoffs. But even in those games without Miles Sanders, you've seen us still rush for over 200 yards a game. So it's like that part of it, you know, it doesn't really matter who's back there. When you got Big Lane Johnson.
The only thing is, and I'm not trying to bust your bubble there or rain on your parade and these sorts of things, the level of competition in the last 4 games. That's the only thing. And I'm not trying to sully y'all wins. Y'all won. It's a national football game. Y'all 9-7.
But you think about it too. If you want to do level of competition, I can understand you saying that about the win part. Right. But in terms of rushing the football, we played the number 1 rush defense and ran 250 on them. We played the number 3 rush defense and ran 250 on them. So after you run over the top first and third rushing defense, it's like they stop the rush the most in the NFL. We still put 250 up on them.
Well, let me tell you this though, and I ain't like I said, I ain't throwing no shade.
No problem.
But at the 2018, don't you know who had the top 5 rushing defense in the National Football League? I think that. Did you know who was really? I think it was number 2 or number 3. Don't you know what team that was?
No. Tell me.
The Dallas Cowboys. Mm-hmm. And when we got into the playoffs, the Rams. I think that C.J. Anderson's still running. You know. I think that old boy, what's the old boy who had the knees? I forgot his name, but he ran all the way to Atlanta. I forgot his name, Todd Gurley. I said, that Gurley is running all over us because sometimes, even though you are the number 1 rushing defense, you know, sometimes it could be for the simple fact that teams have not thought to run on you, you know. So I'm not trying to overcompensate or overinflate, you know, your victory there. But I'm just trying to put that out there.
But you got to realize, too, Dallas, guys, it's been a long time where when it's this time of the year, you guys, whatever can go wrong for you guys, does go wrong for you guys. Regardless of how good your season went, you can be undefeated in the season if that's the case. But, you know, once again, it's around, the December, January time, there's always something that pops up. Even the worst thing, I still remember that game. Romo, who you guys had the game or whatever, Romo went, did a little like out or whatever and fumbled the ball. Yeah, man. Like it's like it's a jinx or curse or something going on with you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Leave us alone.
I'm just saying, like, even this beginning of the year, after that first game, I was like, guys, Cowboys, you got to always have good seasons for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've had a couple of 4-game winning seasons, but I can't recall the last 4-game winning season for the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like what happens at the end of the season with you guys. So it's like I can never hate on you guys because you guys are a good organization, you're a good football team. But at the end, it's like that year. What was it? Was it 2018 where you guys won a division and we both went to the playoffs, but you guys went out the first round. We went out second round that year. It's like we still go farther.
It wasn't 18 though.
Well, what year was that? Was it 17? No, because I don't think we won the Super Bowl that year.
18, we beat the Seattle Sea Chickens, and then we went off, and then we lost to the LA Rams.
So maybe it was Super Bowl year then, huh?
Maybe it was Super Bowl year. We didn't make it. It was 2000.
Yeah, we won a division that year. I remember it was a year though. I remember wasn't there a year that we went back to back. I mean, that we played you guys at the end of the season. You guys won a division, but we both ended up going to the playoffs.
Oh yeah, that was 16. I believe you guys beat the Chicago Bears or somebody like that, didn't it?
Yeah. But I remember it goes. Like it doesn't matter who really wins the division. It's basically what I'm coming down to. It matters like who can do what they need to do in the dance. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys see who can do it. And maybe it was 19. So hey man, it's gonna be. I still feel like if we don't sit all starters, like say you guys start your starters. If we have, say, Gardner Minshew replace Hurts, and then, a couple of other guys, because we already knew guys like Sanders not playing. I think it could be an interesting game. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we don't sit all the starters, like, say if our starting off the line play,
right?
Big play Slay and those guys on defense play, then, I still feel like it could still be a competitive game with you guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't really... I know Jalen's probably not playing, so I don't really have confidence in fully winning this week, but I still want to win. I don't want to get swept by the Cowboys. It's just like, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't like hearing it. I don't even, like, even if the game means absolutely nothing, and it doesn't for either team. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, like I said, I feel like this is a first-round bye from us. We clinched a playoff spot last week, and we earned ourselves a first-round bye because we don't really need to play this game. We're going to the playoffs.
That's how you feel. That's how you feeling.
Yeah. It's the Eagles the only team with a 9-win record that clinched the first-round bye.
That's how you feel.
The first round starts in week 18.
Right. Oh, okay. I feel your understanding of it, though. It's funny. It's jokingly, but I feel you, though. We don't have to play this game either. I think that both teams can send a strike to the NFL and say, "Hey, we ain't playing. We gonna rest our guys.
We ain't playing this week.
We ain't playing this week. We gonna what do you call that thing?
Strike
it. We're gonna strike it out."
Strike.
Jerry gonna get all hella mad though. You know what I'm saying? But what happened if it's a tie then? But that'll be a whole nother story there, right? But that would be nice. But I said at the start of the year, the Cowboys will sweep the NFC East teams, and it seems as if though, and I said we'll go 13-4, and they'll make me one game.
We both
off.
said 13-4, huh?
You said 13-4.
Let me get in the season.
You got it. You got it on wax somewhere.
I always said the floor was 10-7. That was my floor. I think we're gonna go 13-4, but I believe the worst case scenario 10-7. So it looks like I'm gonna be a game short if we don't play our starters and we end up losing this game. But it doesn't matter. We're in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really the goal.
That's the goal.
It doesn't matter what your record. I look at our team kind of being like, remember when the Giants went to the Super Bowl and they were a top-ranked team? They won the first Super Bowl, right? And then a couple years later, they went back. But that beginning of that year, they kind of struggled a lot, and no one really expected the Giants to win the Super Bowl that next year. I mean that season.
No,
and then they ended up beating the undefeated.
No, you talking about. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about 2007. I remember, Cowboys rolling. We were 13-3.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Giants came in there and spanked us. You know what I'm saying? So I know what you're saying. I used to say this with when we had the Jason Garrett administration over here in Cowboys land. I would rather for us to go in the wild card game because I don't like to know when we are off because we just wouldn't be prepared. So now I'm looking at it like, man, we got a third year ever offensive coordinator calling plays. And I know you got a first-year coach, Sirianni, and I've seen people change their love affair because at first y'all wanted to beat him up and kick him up out of the club and throw him off the bridge blindfolded, right? And then right before he hit the ground, take the blindfold off so he can see it. I know it because I seen y'all comments. But now it done changed, right? It's like the inverse a little bit for Kellen Moore. But people were calling him the board genius, the guy that can walk on water a little bit. But now I believe the NFL caught up with some of his, I guess, schemes. And now it seems as if, though, it looks like he ain't that guy. So if anybody need to have 2 back-to-back good games, not just Dak Prescott, by the way, it need to be Kellen Moore. He need to showcase a good game plan against your scrimmage guys over here, your backup players, and then whoever we face in the first rounds of these playoffs, he need to exhibit another good one. So we'll find out.
That's what I say. Like, how would you feel like though if you're going against these scrimmage guys and it's just an average game? Say the Cowboys win 21-17 against the backup. Like, how confident would you be going into that first round?
It'll be fragile. It'll be fragile. But I don't think that, first game 41-21, right? That was the score. And that was with your starters. And I'm just being real. If the Cowboys have their levels of starters out there and against your backups, it's going to be another massacre. And what I don't want is just being as real as possible. I don't want it to be overinflated. Meaning that the Kool-Aid is good, but look at all of the sugar. It's not good for you, So I don't want sugary substance in my meal or in my beverage as relates to this Kool-Aid. I want it to be a good blend, and I want it to be a situation whereas if the Cowboys beat the bejesus, I'm talking about just literally beating the bejesus out of you guys, then go ahead and pull your starters, man. Save these guys because what you don't want to happen, third and fourth quarter, Dak Prescott drops back, and then somebody on your one of your practice squad players stepping up and saying, "Okay, I'm trying to make the highlight reel." It ain't nothing to them to land on his body a little awkward. Now you're going into the playoff without your starter. It's kind of idiotic. You already in the playoffs. You made it to the dance anyway. What other move you trying to do?
Yeah. And how big of a deal is it to, move up one spot if you could? You know what I'm saying? Like, either way, you're not getting the first round bye. Like, I think after that first seed is locked up, it really shouldn't matter where you seeded at, once you get in there. That's why I think some people think that it might be a mistake playing you guys, playing your starters this last game of the season.
I literally heard some people say that, hell, the Cowboys should have rested all of their players against the Cards game last week. What would have been the point if you just going out there playing your guys and getting injured? You already made a ticket into the playoffs, and why start your guys? But I was trying to tell
last week, Green Bay locked it up by then?
Well, shoot, Green Bay. They was going to play a hobbled Kirk. Kirk Cousins didn't even play. It was guaranteed that he was going to beat the Vikings anyhow,
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's neither here nor there. I just look at it like this. I always want to win every game. I hate losing. I'm a sore loser. I want to win. Look, even when I'm playing sports with my daughters, I don't let them win, Tic-tac-toe. Daddy, you keep beating me. Let's play Connect Four. Daddy, you keep beating me. I tell her, look, this is the way the world is. It will chew you up and spit you out. This world don't care about you, and your daddy ain't going to care about you on this game. Pop, pop, pop,
right? There it is. You're building some strong women over there.
It's strong. I may be making them too strong, but I'm just getting them ready for life.
Exactly. That's what it is, life lessons. But I know we got to get you out of here soon, my guy.
Yeah.
I like to do an all-time team on my channel. Whenever it's the first time on the channel, we do an all-time team over here.
All right.
It's gonna be your all-time Cowboys team. You know, it's not off record stats, whatnot. Just your favorite Cowboys players you watched growing up being a Cowboys fan. So let's start out with quarterback. Who will be your all-time starting quarterback for the Cowboys, and who will be backing them up?
Troy Aikman.
And who will be the backup?
Roger Staubach. He'll be my backup.
Starback.
And then my third string will be Dak. Dak gonna be the third guy. And then Tony
hold the
Romo.
clipboard. Dak hold the clipboard. All right. Who's gonna be the 3 running backs?
Emmett. My 3 running backs will be, believe it or not, Emmett, Moose, and then I have Ezekiel Elliott. Those will be my 3. I would throw DeMarco Murray in there, but since he put on that green, I said, you know. But a backfield
like that? Hey, he didn't do that great for us. So
somebody said Herschel Walker.
Yeah. You guys. Who would be your fullback?
Moose. That's Moose.
Moose. 2 tight ends.
Easy. Jay Novacek and Jason Witten.
4 receivers.
All right. I got Bullet Bob. All right. So he going to be my guy to take the top off the defense. I got Michael Irvin.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got, Dez Bryant.
Ooh, Dez made the list. All right.
Who going to be my 4th guy? Do I need, I'm going to see what they going to say. Let me see what they say in the chat. Because, it's too soon for CD. He ain't going to make the cut, man. He ain't going to make the cut. But, shoot, I got Troy Aikman throwing to Cooper. So, it'll be Cooper.
Cooper. All right.
Yeah.
Who's going to be in that starting offensive line?
Travis Frederick, my center. Larry Allen going to be my guard. The youthful Tyron Smith, if age is not a master. And then the rest of the 93 offensive line. Big Nate Newton, yeah.
Nate Newton.
Yeah.
Leon Lett.
Larry Allen, boy. But I got to have Eric Williams in there. I got to throw away. I got to figure it out, man. There's too many great ones, man. Zach Martin, of course.
Who be on that defensive line?
Charles.
So we're going to run a 4-3 base. Remember this. So you're going to need 4 defensive linemen and 3 linebackers.
Charles Haley. DeMarcus Ware. Because I'm going to put those 2 on the edge right there. Jim Jeffcoat. I got to put my guy Russell Maryland in there as my big boy. And then Tony Tolbert.
Okay, and then the 3 linebackers.
Ken Norton. Shoot, this team is undefeated. God dog. Ken Norton Parsons. And let's see.
Look at Parsons making the list the first year.
First year, man. and I got to have a troublemaker, man. Oh, I left out the Manster. You know, but I got to have me. I'm going to put Hollywood in there. The youthful Hollywood.
All right.
Oh, my gosh, man. That line there, boy, nobody going to want to play them.
Give me 3 cornerbacks and 3 safeties.
Oh, my gosh.
I already know one of your cornerbacks. Got to be.
Yeah, Prime going to be cornerback all day.
Yeah, you got to put Prime in there.
Everson Wall's going to have to be the other corner.
Walls?
But Walls at the end of his career, he plays safety. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Diggs and I'm going to have Prime out there.
Mm-hmm.
So Diggs going to be on one side, Prime going to be on the other. And then I'm going to have Walls as my safety and I'm going to have Woodson as my other safety.
Okay. Who's going to be your slot, though?
Oh, my gosh.
Brown.
No, not Larry Brown nor not Larry Brown nor Anthony Brown. gonna put T. New down there, man. I'm gonna put Terrence Newman. Terrence Newman out there.
And then throw me another safety. Give these people another safety out there.
Bill Bates. He give my
Okay.
special teamers, man.
Who'll be your kicker?
Anybody but Greg Zuerlein. So I'll use who's a good kicker, man? Was it Bailey? You know, before he got old, Dan Bailey will be my kicker.
Okay, your punter.
Shoot, his punter now, Anger. Hell, I just pack him up because I don't know about the punters of the Cowboys' history. I'll pick the punter now. He's a Pro Bowler. Anger punt the hell out of that thing.
And then what about who's gonna be your kick returner?
Prime.
You gonna have Prime doing double duty?
Prime gonna be my look. I'm gonna run. Even though the Cowboys because it's Troy. Troy gonna be on it. Shoot, I'm gonna call Prime to be the wide receiver too. You know, Prime gonna be the wide receiver. Ed, he gonna play both sides.
Who's gonna be the defensive coordinator for this team?
All-time defensive coordinator?
Yeah, for you.
Dan Quinn, probably. Nah. Oh my goodness, man. I'm gonna let Jimmy Johnson coach this team.
Head coach?
He gonna head coach it, and then he's gonna put people where they need to be at.
So you don't have a specific offensive defensive coordinator?
I mean, Norv Turner knows Troy like the back of his hand. So I would revisit the Norv Turner situation.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people saying Dave Wanstead, he was pretty good. But that's going to be too many egos in one room. So I'll let Jimmy Johnson be the head coach. I would let Dan Quinn be the defensive coordinator, and I'll let Norv Turner be the offensive coordinator.
All right. Well, hey, you got some good boys on that squad. They look like they're going to win some football games.
Where's T.O. at?
Right? Where's T.O. at? You can't hate on T.O.
He's on an all-time Eagle squad, you know?
He is. He'll be on the all-time Eagle squad, the all-time Cowboy squad, and the all-time, San Francisco squad.
Don't you know how many fights him and Michael Irvin get into?
Nah.
This ball's mine. This ball belongs to me.
Hey,
you know.
Back in those days, Michaels were in the party, and him and Dion, they probably been all good back in those days. When him and Dion was out there partying, winning those championships together.
Oh my! You know what? I pivot a little bit. Let me backpedal a little bit. Can I backpedal a little bit?
You can do it. Go ahead.
Instead of Norv Turner, let me grab Sean Payton as my offensive coordinator.
Ooh, yes. Yeah. I know you guys got Gallup out. You heard T.O. said he wanted to play for the Bucks. Would you guys sign T.O. for the playoffs only? He said he only needs 15 to 20 plays, my guy. Would you pick him back up just for the playoffs?
Hell no. But let me tell you about T.O., man. If you go watch what's the young YouTube guy that can kick punts and field goals? I forgot his name. Destroyer,
Dang, what is his name?
Destroyer, I believe that's his name. I think
he was the kicker for the Colts, right?
I don't know.
McPherson?
No.
McAfee?
No. I'm talking about he's a YouTuber. Destroyer.
Oh.
Destroyer.
Okay,
I think is his name. I think that there's an episode with T.O., Tyreek Hill, Chad Johnson.
Oh, I watched that.
Yeah.
When they raced?
When they raced, but I saw one of them young bulls. You know what I'm saying? I saw one of the young bulls get T.O. I said, nah, I'm good.
The T.O. you wouldn't really be going for speed right now, even though he still is fast. Like, he was right up there with Tyreek Hill and those boys, you know what I'm saying? Like, who was it? Chad Johnson, Tyreek Hill. And I think that was, Chad's son or something like that. He was right up there in terms of speed. Yeah, but you give T.O. for his physicality. That guy still stays in shape. He's be out here in Alabama, man. I've actually seen him at a restaurant here. Yeah. He's still pretty big. He's a big man, and he'll be a physical receiver. Like he says, he's experienced. He can run that slant for you, get you that first down when you need him. Michael Gallup, you guys signing him back next year?
I think he'll be an Eagle. I just play with you.
We don't want no more division players on the team, my guy.
No.
They never come here and play good. Look at Kerrigan this year. He don't even have a tackle.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah.
You know, and he was dominating
in
Washington over there.
Nah, I think, man, the Cowboys is one thing. They loaded with wide receivers. They got a guy named Malik Turner. They drafted a guy named Simi Fehoko. The only way that I see Gallup coming back if he takes one of those good old handshakes with Jerry Jones, a promise of a promise.
Or if you guys, would you be mad if they re-signed Gallup, right, and traded Coop away?
Who? Trade Coop away? No way.
He said no way.
No way. Hey, due to the stupidity of the offensive coordinator, and I don't know why Dak is not targeting Coop, I just think Coop's still one of those dogs. You put him in another system and you target him, you get those results that you're looking for. I refuse to get rid of Coop for Gallup and getting an unknown. No way. Look, the third year of because I saw the improvement. The third year of CeeDee Lamb is going to be crazy. But I don't want CeeDee Lamb to be my 1-1 altogether. It's just not.
Could it be Lamb, Gallup, and Wilson still?
None of those guys. Look, Wilson is good as he doing all of those gadget plays, but I don't think that teams are sitting there looking at it like, okay, we're going to watch a gang of Wilson tape. I think what Wilson did last game was phenomenal, but I think that a lot of times teams just didn't know how to really line him up. I just don't think that Wilson can do that on a consistent basis.
You don't think he can step up to the number 3 guy?
I think he can play number 3, but I wouldn't rest my house on it. You know what I'm saying?
Are you saying you don't think Gallup could be that number 2 guy with Lamb and be dominating together there?
No. Unfortunately. No.
What about before I get you out of here, what about starting Pollard over Zeke?
That's very plausible. But it's political. And I think that, just hear me out, from an alpha male versus a beta male, because I'm not calling Pollard a beta male, but he got those tendencies. Ain't no way in the world I'm averaging 5.5 yards per carry, and I'm as humble as dog. I'm not talking about it. I'm not sitting there saying, give me my touches. He just go to business and not talking about it. But Ezekiel Elliott, from what I heard, you got to drag him up off the field, even with that messed up knee and everything. I just look at it like this. It's too political, and I think that Ezekiel Elliott got the big boy, pants on over there, and he
got the big boy money.
Things. Yeah, he got the big boy money too. So that's just how it is. Ezekiel Elliott is stressed. I'm not saying that he's distressed or he's stressed out or what have you, but he's not comfortable enough to sit out 2 or 3 games so that the world can see Tony Pollard run behind. You know what I'm saying? For 3
But in
games,
your opinion, would you start him? I'm not saying you have to get rid of Zeke. He can still be on the roster. But would you, if you were the offensive coordinator, would you start Pollard for more explosive plays? Or would you just ride a Zeke? Who cares about, we pay him the money. Like you said, it's politics. So I'm talking about performance. Do you think Pollard's a better performer than Ezekiel Elliott?
I think that Ezekiel Elliott blocks better. I think he protects your quarterback, whereas you got most of your investment in better. I think Ezekiel Elliott is more knowledgeable of the game than Tony Pollard, but I think Tony Pollard is explosive on the outside. And I think the biggest impediment for the Cowboys is the offensive coordinator as it relates to dialing up run plays. I think that Kellen Moore, he can dial up passing plays, right? But just like you said earlier, you don't pass to open up the pass, right? You got to run to open up the pass. And I believe from what the sample size that we were able to see this year out of the running game, if I could just pick up Kyle Shanahan, and I insert him, if I insert him on this team as the offensive coordinator, not the head coach, but just the offensive coordinator, we wouldn't even be talking about this because you would see an explosive yards to the outside with Ezekiel Elliott. You would see some combo runs with Tony Pollard, or even if with your run. Who's your running game coordinator? Who's your coach over there?
Singleton was a running back coach.
Singleton. So if you was to pick him up and put him over here, I think that he would figure out ways to utilize both of those guys on an equal basis, juxtaposed to what we're seeing now.
All right, man. Hey, man, Law, much love to you, man. Thanks again for coming to my platform, my guy. Nothing but respect for what you do over there, even though you are a Cowboys fan, Too bad you couldn't be no Eagles fan. That'd been awesome. Let's
be real. Don't this blue look good, though, man? Don't this blue, don't you like the blue lights?
My favorite color.
See?
But the green look good, though. The green looks good. You know what I'm saying? That's my second favorite color.
Every time I get green,
we're going to keep rocking the green for a while over here, man. We're going to keep rocking the green. But, hey, let all my people know where they can go out there and find you. His link is inside the chat. But if you guys don't know Law Nation, get over there and subscribe to this guy. You know what I'm saying? Great Cowboys content creator over there. And it's real business. It's like it's real football talk over there. You don't have to worry about none of the tomfoolery. He's a straight dude, man. I have nothing but respect for this guy.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you, man, for welcoming me on to your platform there. It's Law Nation Sports. I'm on multiple platforms, Twitter, Twitch, as well as Facebook under that handle. And be sure to hit me up. Hey, and even if y'all look, I got a brother that's a diehard Eagles fan, right? Believe it or not.
Smart man.
Yeah. In Mississippi, we don't have no pro football team,
That's how it is in Alabama, man. Half of these people, more than half, don't even have a professional football team.
Right.
They're like Alabama.
Roll Tide,
Roll Tide.
It's Hell State over here, you know what I'm saying? And Ole Miss and Jackson State, Jackson State, by the way, that's the school I graduated from. But I'll tell you this though. I got a brother, believe it or not, that's a diehard 49er fan, and I got a brother that's an Eagles fan. So all three of our, I think we're waiting for the 49ers to get to the playoffs because I think they got to have some strange things to happen, and it's going to be a happy moment for a quick second. But when you guys look out and y'all look up, y'all going to sit there and see the Cowboys. We're going to knock down the Eagles this weekend. And y'all just listen to me. And then we're going to beat whoever we play in the first round. And then we're going to beat the next team. And, baby, I think that
you guys already showed us you didn't want the smoke. You already showed us you didn't want the smoke. All y'all had to do is win out. Y'all could have got all the smoke. You showed us you don't want that smoke. You don't want that one rush team, that guy. But we're going to see. We're going to see who wins out. And if you guys are fortunate enough to make it to the NFC Championship against us, we're going to be there.
Oh, y'all going to be there?
You guys are fortunate enough to make it there. You guys go get some smoke.
You got to come here because we would have the better record and everything. So come on.
Hey, we come back to Jerry World and do it right the next time around.
And I think they try.
It's a different team. Like, imagine if we ran the ball that game, you guys probably wouldn't have blew us out.
Ooh. Okay, we'll find out, right?
We'll find out, man. But hey,
Saturday, regardless, I don't care if the Cowboys call me and say, "Hey, Law, we shorter, man. Can you come on down and can you play?" I'm gonna say, "Yeah, let me lace them up, baby. I give y'all. I think I got one more left in me.
You got one more good game left.
I got one more good game left in me.
I know. We just call him. Hey, Nick, you know what I'm saying? You're running back. You need to save him for the playoffs. Let Bird go run the ball this week. You know what I'm saying? Let Bird
I'll fly up there. Come on now.
All right.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man.
Hey, thanks again for coming on. Hey, thank all you guys in the chat. We still got 35 up in here. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe if you have not subscribed. I'm on the road to 2K. You know what I'm saying? 7 months, 2K. Let's get Bird there. We're less than 100 away.
Yo.
Hey, like I always say, fly, Eagles, fly. Till next time, it's Bird Gang 31, Law Nation, we out. Peace.